Hey guys, how's it going? Tactic Ion here. This time I'm playing some Ghost Recon Phantoms. It's a new game, just came out on Steam. It's free to play. It used to be called Ghost Recon Online, and for those of you that played Ghost Recon Future Soldier, it is really kind of like that, except I don't know. I seem to like the feel of this game better. I remember Future Soldier felt really clunky, and I stopped playing it after like a weekend or two. This game feels much more responsive, and the guy feels much easier to control, much more responsive to WASD as opposed to the Future Soldier. Now, something that does carry over from Future Soldier is that basically everything takes some sort of cooldown time to perform. You can see that timer just fired off right there. And that is, if I start to sprint, there's a little bit of a lag before I actually get up to speed sprinting. If I stop sprinting and try to aim, that's when you'll see the crosshair come up right there, is its countdown until my weapon is up. But even then, it's not, it will not make my weapon be perfectly accurate. It just means that it's 1 second until I'm ready to fire, or however much time. You'll see later on when I aim down my crosshairs that there's these 4 tick marks on the 4 corners that sort of pull in towards the center of your crosshair, and that's when you know that you're going to have the most accurate shot. So at the beginning of each round, there's that sort of match warm-up. That's, I think, for and here. So this is my very first game, and here I'm trying to figure out what just happened. I didn't realize that we started back over. Currently there's only 2 maps, this map and another one called Metro, and the objective in both of these maps is to capture points, and it starts off in both maps start the same way. Each team has 2 control points, and there's a third one in the middle that is openly contested, 50% I think either way. So from the games that I've played, really the only way to win this is the first person who captured C. Unless the other team can sort of rally together and force back and capture C, and then maybe capture whatever the other point is as well, because it could be B, it could be D, depending on which way you're attacking. That's sort of is really the only way I've seen people win. I've been on 1 or 2 teams where we've captured all the way to the team's final point, but most of them really just end with, okay, we've captured C, and that's it. So there you can see my crosshair sort of shrunk in, and then that 9% critical went up. I am not 100% certain yet, but I believe that's my chance of doing a crit and not how much damage my crit does, because there are other weapons that do that have different numbers on there, and I found that with the automatic weapons I get criticals far more often, especially with the other weapon that the Recon has, which is the SMG, and I think that one gets up to like 14% chance crits, but you're also shooting while more rounds than just 1 every time that I chamber up around. So here I pushed up with my teammates, captured the objective. That guy came running out and sort of freaked me out. You saw I tried to slide into cover. Here, make some use of my pistol. Now you can see that first shot hit him in the head, and then the rest of those shots sort of hit him in the body. So you can get an idea of, I guess, the damage that you do. The first shot looked like it was head, second shot was body, and the third shot might have been arm or legs. Now there, I don't know how I didn't die. That guy had me dead to rights. But you see right there, there's a cooldown time on the reload, and if you interrupt during that, you have to reload again. So I took damage. I figured, all right, I'll fall back. I'll watch this right side. This is my very first game, so I'm not super aware of the maps and how they function. And I don't realize that my teammates have pretty much moved up and they have covered this entrance right here. And you can see that blue guy on the left there just bouncing around. Yeah, they've already captured this doorway, so I don't realize that yet. I apologize for falling back, but this isn't Battlefield. You can't get revived, and you don't really have med packs or anything you can throw down to heal yourself up. So you're just gonna have to take cover and wait. So up here is where the majority of the action takes place for the rest of the video. And like I said, this is really just sort of par for the course for the majority of the games. Now there, you saw that I fired before. My crosshairs were fully pulled in tight, which meant that my shot went a little wonky. There, I'm not sure what happened. That looked like a very clean headshot to me. Same with that one. But that was a body shot, and I got a kill off of it. There we go. There's a headshot. You can tell by the icon that pops up. See there, it looks like, you know, somebody's head. And it's also in the kill feed on the top right. So this is probably the best spot that I could have been in for a sniper. I have no clue how that shot missed. But I do realize here in a sec that my sensitivity on my mouse is just a little too high for what I like for sniping, so I go in here and I turn it down a little bit. Having slower mouse speed when you snipe means that you have finer control, and as you've seen, the hitboxes for the heads are a little wonky, and I have to wait like a good second or so before I get a perfect shot off, so making sure that I can line up my shot before my crosshairs are fully closed in is really going to help. So right here I'm just locking down this right side, and as a recon with a sniper rifle, this is sort of what you want to look for. These straightaways that you can take out anybody that's going to pop out around cover and you know, cover your team as they bound up the right side or whatever side you're on. So you can see my guy on the right there, he really could push up a little bit further, especially now. But I think he sees somebody at an angle that I cannot. We'll see some bullets get fired back his way in a minute. But if he had pushed up, he might be in a better spot to fire upon them. So I don't really have a whole lot to talk about since this is my first round. I'm not sure how the game functions, but in real life, tracer rounds are every 3 to about 6 bullet, depending on how fast your weapon fires. So I'm not really sure what to make of those tracer rounds that we see coming through there. What I should be doing right now is pushing up. As a recon, it's one of the most important things you can do is to know when to push up. And since my teammates have sort of covered this area that I'm looking over right now, I'm not really going to see that many opponents from the spot, so I really should be pushing up like everybody else. As you can tell on the mini-map, I'm currently the furthest person back. So here I realized that I've run extremely low on ammo, and I was asking teammates you know, if anybody knew how to collect more ammo. Unfortunately, nobody responded. But the way that you do that is you have to run over bodies, and you'll see later on where there's ammo and it's just sort of glaring right in my face. I don't know if you can tell, but straight ahead, just up these stairs, there's a body with a little blue dot above it. That dot is indicating that there's ammo if I were to run over that body. So here I'm just trying to figure out where to go next, since I don't really know this map. I didn't really like the angles that I had there. It didn't make sense for me to go that way as a sniper. So I decided to come this side, and since I'm clearing corners, I wanted to pull out my sidearm instead of my rifle. That guy fired upon me, so I immediately just went prone. Knew I was outgunned, especially at that range. So here I do a little bit of head glitching on the stairs. And yeah, I'm used to doing the battlefield sniping, if you can't tell. Aiming just a little bit above the heads. You don't really need to do that. There's no bullet drop. That shot, I have no clue how it missed. But full on right in his face right there. Now as you can see, as I move, my crosshairs are continuously out, and my chance for critical is 0. So if you are facing a sniper, you want to try and move as much as possible, because it makes because even as I aim, you'll see my crosshairs start to pull away, and that's something that really helps if you're attacking or if you're assaulting a sniper, that their bullet's going to deviate wildly, or that their scope's going to sway as much as that one was. I think that's just because I'm crouched right there. You can see the bullet hole hit the bottom, hit the top of that bottom window And here, completely run out of ammo, so I figure, alright, I'm just going to push up with my pistol and hopefully, get a flank on this guy. And you can see right there, there's ammo on that body. Since I don't know this map yet, I think this guy's getting ready to peek back around this corner. What I don't know is there's stairs right around this corner, and it takes him to above me. But luckily I end up getting his teammate. And you can see now I'm almost out of rounds for my pistol as well. I should like roll a little bit and get some ammo from that guy that dropped, but I figured there was somebody else around this corner, and there was. And that's the end of the kills that I get for this game. So if you just if you're just interested in the active gameplay that I have, there you go. From here on out, it's just me dying. You can tell by the top left there, if you go back and pause it, that it has a tracker for where your damage was done, by who, that sort of information, which is pretty cool. And then if you go back and pause for where I hit tab and I looked at the scoreboard, you'll see that your kills and deaths are down at the bottom, and that the actual scoreboard is ranked by score. And you get points for your score, not so much by killing people, but by that gets you points. But if you're actually assaulting the objective or defending the objective, you get a lot more points. Now the death that I just had there was because of the rifle that I'm using has a bipod on it, and I somehow enacted the bipod. I didn't realize that I did that. I think it's by holding W, which made me pop up over the top. And the benefits of the bipod are that it decreases your weapon spread. You can look around a lot more, and you can see right here, I think I'm using it. It's not really having much of an impact on my crosshairs as I look around, and they reset very quickly. But it means that you're stuck out in the open. Now those numbers that pop up when I go into cover, those are buffs that I get to my stats. And you'll see that it says something like plus 60% control, plus 30% accuracy, and I forget what the last one is. And these are stats that actually are important. It's very beneficial for you to take cover as opposed to trying to be prone out in the open. Now what that means though is that if you are, the majority of the people are going to be trying to take cover, and they're going to be looking for somebody behind cover. So if you are sort of laying prone in an area or crouched in an area that they're not expecting you to be in, you could probably get off some pretty good kills. Here I'm just trying to move up. I'm trying to be more active with my team, since last time I was up here wasn't really following them. I know that this guy ducked behind that corner. I'm waiting for him to peek back out. And this is sort of the sniper's lament right there. Is I've waited for somebody who I knew was going to pop up. That guy did pop up, and then my shot missed. What I should have done was I should have reloaded before I moved up, or I should have moved up and then reloaded. Moving and reloading at the same time is a horrible idea. As you saw, it slows you down. It leaves you out in the open a lot longer than you need to be. It's something that I'm used to doing in Battlefield, because if you know that your next cover spot is available, then go ahead and reload on your way there, so that way when you're at the spot you need to be, your weapon's ready to go, and if anybody around the corner, you'll be ready for it. In this game, it's a little bit different. You want to make sure that you're locked and loaded before you move, because if you have to reload on the front line, it's going to put you at a bit of a disadvantage, because as you can see here, everything takes time, and this is going to have you, locked up for a good second and a half, 2 seconds, and you're not going to be able to move. You're not going to be able to sprint. You're going to be stuck in that reload animation while somebody else has getting a beat on you. So here you can see I'm trying to push up the left side. I'm trying to rush up with my teammates. Being a little bit more aggressive than I probably should be as a recon. Here I realize we have 30 seconds left, so I figure screw it, why not just rush for the flag, and you'll find out why right here. Yeah, I'm getting shot from behind. I didn't clear my corner. As I came around, you can see there's 2 people who were watching that side, and that's really why you don't run around in this game. Excuse me, it's a perfect example. So that's really the end of this round. I started up a second round, but it like crashed right as it started up, so I don't have that gameplay. You can see there I go 11 and 4, and like I talked about earlier, the scoreboard really just shows your score, and you get a higher score not through killing enemies, but supporting your team and taking the objective. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later.